Things are just a little bit crazy out there. What are we going to do about it? Hey, Provident Preppers, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Kylene. And seriously, I've been having a little bit of freak out anxiety because of all the nonsense that's going on in our world right now. All of this stuff, I go to the grocery store and my heart's just like going, really? Really? I have to pay this much for that? And so we've got all this pressure on us right now.
And sometimes it feels like we're preaching to the choir. And I was listening to a gentleman the other day saying, that is so important. We're working together. Each of you are part of the choir. We're singing. I don't sing real well, but we're doing the best we can. We have to keep reminding ourselves of the things that we can do, the things we can accomplish, and that we're working together as a team and we're making progress.
Jonathan and I sat down and had a little chat about, okay, what do we need to do? And so we decided to share that with you. Now, the first thing that we felt was really important is that we need to focus on relationships. It's easy to distance ourselves from those that we love, and we need to make sure that we're focusing on relationships with our family, with our neighbors, and building that sense of community and working together and not allow this to divide us.
Another one that we're working on is decluttering and de-junking and organizing, because if you can't find it, it's just as good as not having it. So, getting rid of the stuff we don't need and focusing on organizing the stuff that we do need so that we can find it when we need to get to it.
Number 3, top off your pantry. Now that I have gotten rid of any of the food that was old or that not okay, and some of the appliances that were just taking up space, now I have room to actually go to that store where I'm gonna get all the anxiety and just top off my pantry. And sometimes I used to be under this mentality that I would wait until a good sale. But quite frankly, prices aren't getting any better. And those sales that used to be, they're not like they were before. And so I'm just looking at it as an investment in my future as I restock that pantry.
And speaking of food, there are some things that you can do, and we've talked about them. We have videos on frugal-friendly foods for our families. There are ways that you can reduce that load on your budget. You can learn to cook more economically.
And with Sam, he's been doing our frugal-friendly foods lately. There's a lot of really good recipes that we're experimenting with and we're coming up with. He has this one on Taco Bell because Taco Bell is one of our family's go-to places. In this video, we talked about how you can, buy the tortillas in bulk, how you can make your own sauce, which was actually better than Taco Bell sauce.
Really good.
And using those bean burritos, and you can feed a lot of people, and it's comfort food that you've already been eating. And so anyway, the frugal friendly foods videos, that's our way of trying to both help our family and to give back to the community. And number 5 is it's springtime. Plant. Whether you can get some bare root fruit trees or some berry bushes, or even if you're just looking at doing your vegetable garden, I would encourage you to, whatever you can do, even if it's just that pot of tomatoes on the front porch, or if it's some herbs in your kitchen window, do whatever you can do to grow some of your own food.
And number 6 is stock up on medications, whether that's prescription meds, over-the-counter meds, whatever they are. We don't know what supply issues are coming in the future, and we don't know for sure that we'll be able to get the things that we need. So to the extent that you can, let's just stock up now. It builds that peace of mind because we know we've got what we need for when we need it.
And number 7, right along the same lines, only it's tools. Prices are going up, supply issues. Make sure that you have the tools that you need, whether those are gardening tools or whether it is some kind of a tool so that you can cook without using electricity, or heat without using electricity. Whatever tools you think you might need that you may have been putting off getting, it's probably time. We never, ever tell you to go into debt, but do the very best you can to get the tools that you need.
Number 8 is security. And this is sometimes a little bit ticklish to talk about, and it's not something we like to think about, but the reality is things in our world are getting a little bit weird, and a lot of people doing a lot of things that kind of don't fit what I think sanity looks like. So it just makes sense to look around. What can you do to increase the security of your home or yourself? Maybe it's a martial arts class, maybe it's something else, maybe it's lighting for your home. Take some steps.
And then right along that line, number 9 is health. I struggle so much because of my MS, and I have good days and I have bad days, and I'm working so hard to try and get myself into a healthier state. The healthier that I am, the better I can endure the challenges, whether those challenges come in the form of the pandemic and the viral things that are going on, or the physical labor that's required to be able to make it. Make sure you get to the dentist. Make sure your teeth are all okay. Go for a checkup and make sure that everything's functioning as it should, and do the best that you can just to increase your health.
Number 10 is your employment. What can you do to secure your employment? Now, I don't know that any of us have complete security in this world, but what are some things that you can do to have maybe a side income, a side hustle, something that you love to do that you can barter or sell your services? Maybe in your current job, how can I make myself more valuable, more secure? What can I do on the side to make up for that if that's gone?
I was going through comments on a video that we had just posted just before this, and a gentleman on there said, I just lost my job. I need to find another job, but we have food in our home. For a while, we're going to be okay. And I think that one of the other things with the whole employment thing is, as we are preppers and as we have these backups, it makes us more secure and able to bridge that gap between employment, of non-employment until we are employed again, or when the food prices are crazy, or all this other stuff. But as we have done all these things that we're talking about, there's a lot of peace knowing that, okay, I don't have my job, but my family's still going to eat for 6 months. And if that's how long it takes me to get another job or to come up with another plan. Now, number 11, choose happiness and choose to have hope. I know that watching the news can make us all crazy. I choose not to do it very often, just often enough that I can kind of keep abreast of what's going on. And then Jonathan fills in a lot of the gory details for me because I'm not as tough as he is. But even with all that going on, choose happiness, because bad things, they're just going to happen, and we can't stop them from happening. But what we can choose is our attitude. We can choose how we will react with other people, and to be kind and to have hope and joy in our lives every day.
Now for the question of the day. You've just listened to our list of things that we're trying to work on. What are some of the things that you are going to do to mitigate the challenges that are coming, and to step back from the chaos and have a happy attitude and do the best you can and make progress? Comment below. And thanks for being part of the solution.